the most self-absorbed bullshit people. Mrs. LeVay found out. She came home and told him that she knew that he was my daddy. And she kicked your ass out of the house, didn't she, Dr. LeVay? And his sorry ass comes running up here. So you knew. And you looked me in my face and said, you know how I like my sandwiches. And some shit like that. That's right, Dad. Okay. So, 2 weeks ago, one of Mrs. LeVay's friends invited her to sit on the board at the school that I'm supposed to be at on a scholarship, right? A big old lunch in one of those fancy oak paneled rooms. Well, that's how it was told to my mom anyways. You know, there's a network of maids. They talk. Well, the ladies who were lunching, and this woman says to Michelle, you know, it's so generous what your husband has been doing for that girl all these years. 18 years. You can keep your mouth shut for 5 more minutes. Imagine it. You can smell the money. And those skinny, rich bitches are staring at her over their shrimp salads. 4 years now, right, Michelle? Mrs. LeVay's been set up. Your daddy's been paying my tuition there ever since I started. He fought to have me accepted, but insisted to be kept on the DL. It's down low. $25,000 a year. But this is the craziest thing. Mrs. LeVay's not even broken up about the fact that a kid who shares her own kid's gene pools has to wash her nasty, crusty sheets. No, the tragedy is that it got out. So she calls my mother, threatens to fire her, calls her out of her name after Ma's been quiet about it for so long, and threatens to take us to court for libel. I'm supposed to have a daddy who's been shot in the Gulf, and you knew. How do you live with yourself?